Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nobody got punched. Hold on, chat is not appearing on screen. Let me fix it. And my computer's been extremely laggy the last couple days, so I apologize in advance. Let's see. No, not that. This one. Okay. That is merely an expression coined by Mike Tyson. It is to imply that it doesn't matter how well you plan, the moment you get punched in the face, all your planning goes out the window. It doesn't matter how well prepared you are for a fight. Once the fight starts, it's over. So, what I mean by this is, if you read the pinned comment, the original Santa unkillable plan is a failure. I will come up with a new plan to make it work, fear not. So I've got that pinned at the top, because I assume that's what people are going to want to know, what's going on. I was going to make a video on my unkillable team that I was going to make with Santa. So I did a whole bunch of preparation. My computer's being laggy again. So all the preparation that I did, out the window. I made this beautiful PowerPoint-like presentation. You know, I put in all the effort to like make the slides so I could, you know, for my video, so I can talk about everything with the difference between the Doom Priest style setup, if you pull Doom Priest, compared to Mausoleum Mage, etc., etc., Nightmare, Spirit, Ultra Nightmare, all that stuff. Went through all that trouble. And then before I made the video, I was like, you know what? I should probably test it out to see if it works. And while I don't have Santa on my old account, I do have a tower. So I have the team tower instead of Santa. And my computer's lagging and it's pissing me off. You know, it's just not, I'm not even going to bother pulling this up. I'm going to close out all my tabs that I don't need. So Discord is going goodbye. We'll minimize Spotify. I need to figure out what's causing the lag. It's really, really annoying me. It's actually why I didn't stream last night, because of the lag. I don't know how long I'm going to stream. It's really annoying and it's going to be bothering me. It's really going to be getting under my skin. So I was going to show you guys the video. Basically, I'll just sum it up in a nutshell. It occurred to me while I was playtesting it on my old account with Tower, as the Ultra Nightmare run was unfurling, I guess, as everything was going. It occurred to me in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the battle, that ally protecting the stun target isn't going to work, because on the AoEs, they're going to be dropped down to 0 HP, or 1 HP. So ally protecting someone at 1 HP isn't going to be enough to keep them alive. Yeah, we do have lag. My PC is just running very... I spent like $3,000 on this PC, and it's lagging right now, and it's annoying me. I've tried updating my graphics card drivers. I did some other troubleshooting. I can't figure out what's causing it. I have no idea. It's not overheating. I've pulled my hand over the radiator and it doesn't feel particularly hot. I don't know. It was doing a little better earlier, but now that I'm streaming, it's a much more resource-intensive activity. It's driving me nuts. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Just go away. Just go away. Yeah. So anyway, so the original plan to use an Ally Protect and Vergis, it occurred to me that it's not going to work. Don't worry. I'm a very resourceful guy. I will come up with a new plan. The fat lady has yet to sing, so to speak. But found a new game to play, and it was so entertaining I didn't even realize that because it was so entertaining, I didn't even play Raid yesterday, and it didn't bother me that I didn't play Raid yesterday. Yeah, so So yeah. But before anybody gets angry at me and saying, "What, you didn't think that you didn't predict the future and know that Ally Protect wouldn't work on an unkillable team?" Of the thousands of people who watched my video, not one person brought it up. So you can't like, I'm not the only one who didn't realize it wouldn't work. The good news is I figured it out now rather than 3 months from now. So you're welcome. But I do need to come up with a new plan. I think the new plan going forward is going to be very simple. If you look at budget unkillable teams, the way that those function is they have a slow champion who is so slow they only take 2 turns for every 3 the clan boss takes. That way when they take the stun, the unkillable buff is still on them. So I'll probably have to slow tune one champion and just figure out a way to guide the stun accordingly. So I've done it for a clanmate like 4 years ago. They pulled Santa, and I helped them build a Santa unkillable team without Painkeeper. So I've done it before, but it was like, again, it was like 4 years ago. So I'm gonna have to refigure out how to do it. Don't worry, I'll get there. I've done it before, I could do it again. Also, I pulled Deacon Armstrong from my Prism shard that I got from the Dungeon Divers event, and I was pulling my, because I'm a shard junkie, I was trying to, my shard junkie demons were whispering in my ear, pull your shards, pull your shards. And the way they tricked me into pulling my shards was justifying it by, you know what, you're trying to get your next 6-star. If you pull these 3-star chickens, you'll get your next 6-star faster. So I was pulling my 3-star chickens, and I got Ruel the Hunt Master. So my count is pretty stacked and loaded on Spirit Affinity nukers. That lag is driving me nuts, dude. It is actually driving me insane. Like, this is a freaking mobile game. It shouldn't be lagging out my PC like this. I'm gonna have to do some serious troubleshooting. But the new game that I've been playing, I mentioned it briefly. It was a sponsored video from Susie, aka Ivy League Gaming. She had a video sponsor for Arcane Rush, I think is the name of the game. Yeah, Arcane Rush. So I've been playing the hell out of it the last 2 days, and it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. It's, if you've ever played Hearthstone and you've participated in the Battlegrounds. Oh, also I 6-starred Santa since I last saw you guys too. And then I 5-starred Fane. Fane is going to be my next 6-star. I think getting decreased attack for the clan boss is going to be very helpful. Arcane Rush, yeah, okay, so if you've ever played Hearthstone and you enjoyed the Battlegrounds feature, but thought to yourself, this is really cool, but it's really intensive. I don't have time to participate in such an event because of the turn timers and the fact that it's multiplayer, like there's 8 players in a round and all that stuff. You're worried about the turn timers running out, or maybe your phone wasn't up to, it wasn't able to run the game, that particular game mode very well, whatever the case may be, but you liked the game mode overall, you just couldn't play it for whatever reason. I would highly recommend Arcane Rush. It's basically just Hearthstone Battlegrounds, but more streamlined to be mobile friendly. I like it a lot. So yeah, I was playing that all day yesterday and all day today. I actually didn't log into Raid at all yesterday because I was playing Arcane Rush. And then that lag is driving me insane. I don't know how long we're gonna stream tonight because it's really bothering me. It's like making me lose my train of thought. Alright, I just wanted to get the energy to refill anyway, so that's fine. I'm gonna have to do some troubleshooting and figure out what's going on with it, because it's been like this. It started doing it Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then it's been like this all weekend. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. And then I made a video, and as I was trying to edit it, my computer was lagging out while I was editing it. So I was like, I got frustrated and like just turned my PC off, let it rest for like an hour, and then I came back and it was running okay. Like it wasn't laggy while I was trying to edit, but it was still functioning. But then when I went to render the video after I finished all the edits, it took like 10 minutes to render a 10-minute video, which, you know, it's faster than my old PC. But when I'm not during like peak performance for this PC, it could render like a 30-minute video in 2 minutes. So to take 10 minutes to render a 10-minute video was very frustrating. I you know, it's upsetting to have spent so much on something nice and to feel like all that extra money you spent for a high quality processing unit just went down the drain and was for nothing. So if anybody has any good IT tips for how to cure a lag PC other than update your GPU drivers, let me know, because I tried that and it obviously didn't work. There was an update available, but that wasn't the problem. Or it wasn't the key issue. I just refreshed the YouTube chat. If you guys were talking, I wasn't showing up. Nope. Okay. Just quiet tonight. So yeah, I don't think Vergis is going to be a part of the final clan boss team. After all, I will need which means there will be room for another damage dealer. So we'll be able to run 3 damage dealers in this unkillable team. But one of them will only be on a 2 to 3 turn, like a 2-3 turn ratio. So they're not going to get a ton of turns in. What installation did I use? For my drivers, I went to NVIDIA's official website. Apparently there was an update released October 15th, which was 5 days ago. So I was really hoping that was the issue, but it wasn't. Because that was around the time it started lagging and performing poorly. That is a cool skin, but I'm not going to buy it. Yeah, I did the express installation, yeah. I'm not smart enough to do any custom stuff. Yeah, I have no shame in admitting I'm not smart enough to do all that. Oh, thank you. I was actually considering playing some classic hardcore lately, but yeah, the RAM was one concern of mine, actually. I did think about that. Let's see if I can show you here. I gotta launch my camera software so I could rotate it. I have RGB RAM, and it's oops, wrong way. This way. So you can see my RAM sticks are glowing. So I'm assuming they're plugged in all the way. But what's crazy is it's been sitting here, and I haven't moved it. It hasn't been bumped or jostled as far as I'm aware. Like there's nothing has changed to. Oops, which direction? We gotta go this way. Zoop. Nothing has changed about it. So if it was working one day, it should continue to work the next. I don't know. What CPU is it? It's a Ryzen 9 7950X, I think. Like a really, really good one. It was like, aside from the Threadripper, I think it was like top of the line when I got it. Yeah, all this talk about like OnlyFans getting back together has got me like thinking about playing classic hardcore again. I went through a phase when I quit playing Raid a few months ago, probably about 6 months ago now, and I got into classic hardcore, but not too many people tune into those live streams. Longsword Torx could work. The only problem is he can still be one shot. I use Longsword Torx on my Rares Only Plus series, and his passive doesn't preempt the lethal attack with block damage. He gets hit, the damage resolves, and then the block damage triggers. And also it's on a 4-turn cooldown, so it wouldn't work. If he was my stun target, I'd have to run him on a 4-3. Maybe it would work, but still, he's not an option. It doesn't work like that. Or if it did at some point, they've adjusted it, because last time I checked it wasn't working. Oh, do I want the speed glyph? Do I want +1 speed on a random artifact? Wait, 1, 2, yeah, it's 5-star. Yeah, that'll be +1 speed. Huh, okay. Yeah, let's take +1 speed. Can't have enough 1-star. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't preempt the damage. The damage happens and then it triggers. But I appreciate the call out. I used him on my old account, my Rares Only Plus, with Faultless Defense to sort of reflect damage. He was my Fire Knight shield down tech before I pulled Cold Heart on that account. Hey, what's up, Billy? How did your flirting go? Was that you, or was that somebody else? I will give that a try, Brandon. Thank you. Yeah, I heard about the Intel issues. Something with like, I don't know. I don't know enough. It could be the RAM. Last time my PC was lagging out really bad. It was while I was running BlueStacks, and I thought BlueStacks was the reason that it was happening. Something happened, and I got like a notification on my PC that popped up, and it said like insufficient memory, and then everything that I had open like crashed. So it could be RAM related. I don't know. I've never built a PC before. I've never done any personal maintenance on a PC before, so I'm a little nervous to mess with it. But I do have this really cool like side panel. Like, I can just pop it open, stick my hand in there. So it does have easy access for maintenance. I've never done anything like that before. You can't miss if you never shoot. That is technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. Toxic and pinpoint, very cool. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what pinpoint does. I never bothered learning it. Like I've said, I'm just been playing Raid until Godforge comes out. So I'm not really trying to spend a lot of time memorizing new mechanics. If you know. Hey, what's up, peanut butter? Hey, what's up, Lishi? You know a guy? Oh, I should text your guy. He might know. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I know your guy too. I don't like to bug him with stuff like that though, because I feel like people bug him with stuff. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I heard because I was looking into getting a custom PC. I started watching a lot of Linus tech tip videos about what GPUs and CPUs to use and all that stuff. But it wasn't until after I ordered my PC that the news came out about the issue with Intel's and like getting fried and stuff. So I'm really, really excited that I didn't go with Intel. Bug him for science. Is he awake right now? I could text him. I mean, I don't know if he'd be able to diagnose the problem being so far away. It's it was a system integrator by Build Redux. You sort of pick the parts you want and they assemble it and set it up and everything. I've actually heard some bad things about Build Redux, and now I'm concerned that it was something they did, but it's been working fine up until now. I've had it for several months. Gnarlhorn could work if I pull him. Yeah, Gnarlhorn, there's Taurus, which is the epic. Or if I pull... God, the lag is driving me nuts. If I pull a Painkeeper, there's probably some finesse that I could do. There's a lot of options. I want to do the option that would be the most accessible to the most people. Because there's, a couple thousand people who started accounts this way and who may or may not still be playing on them. I know there's a good handful of people who are, and they've been, I don't want to say bugging me, but they've been asking me if I've got the speed tune down yet. And I had it, and then I deleted the channel that it was posted and pinned in, so I had to refigure it out. Oh, if he's working, I don't want to bug him. I don't know. My wife said it was lagging for her the other day while she was using it, and she ran a diagnostics thingy, and after doing so, it stopped lagging. So I might have to try that. I asked her how she did it, but she didn't really tell me. She didn't know what she like. I don't know if she just like Googled diagnostics or what. I might have to minimize OBS because seeing it lag out of the corner of my eye is really distracting. Yeah, I did do a driver's update today. I was on the interwebs looking for a solution, and that was one of the things they suggested that I felt was within my capabilities to try to fix. Maybe. I am suspicious that it is RAM related. I don't really know how to clear my cache, though. I'll try that. I don't know if doing that while I'm streaming will mess everything up. Or not. Alright, we can take Fane out now. Hey, congrats on Venom Mage killing shot. Or kill shot. I don't know. I don't have a YouTube intro. It's something I've thought about doing a lot, but never actually taken the plunge on. I had one for Godforge, but after about 3 or 4 videos, I just decided I didn't like it, so I stopped using it. Yeah, I don't know. Nice try, not Callie. I am a noob, but I'm not that big of a noob. Why is it a failure? Okay, so it didn't occur to me while theory crafting that in an unkillable team, everyone is going to be getting smashed down to like 1 HP. So ally protecting a champion at 1 HP isn't going to keep them alive at turn 50. So I was working on making a guide for the speed tune last night. That's why one of the reasons I didn't live stream is because I was working on the video for the speed tune. So I did all the theory crafting. I made a nice little presentation with slides and all that stuff for the video to make the video like smooth and like, you know, easily understandable. And I was like, well, I should probably try to build this team on an account of some sort. And while I didn't have Santa on my old account, I did have Roshguard the Tower, who's a, you know, for the sake of for speed tuning purposes, it is exactly the same. They have the same ability effectively on the same cooldown. So I built the team and I was playing it out. And as the run was going, I realized, like, oh crap. Block damage is keeping everybody at full HP. I'm not using block damage with Santa, I'm using unkillable. When these guys get attacked, their HP is going to drop down to 1 HP. So at 1 HP, it doesn't matter if you're ally protected or not, you're going to die. Long before turn 50. So I realized that plan was a failure. But I will come up with a new plan. I've got 1 or 2 ideas in mind. Yeah. It's merely a temporary setback. So, while I'm just glad that I decided to, you know, tamper with it now rather than waiting until I was ready to actually build the team and then have to come up with a new plan. So, you know, it could have been much worse if I had waited, you know, until I was ready to start building everyone and then have to figure it out and realize I've already 6-starred all these champions and now the speed tune isn't going to work. Yeah, I think I saw your post in the Discord, Billy. Yeah, that's funny. Wow, all that for what? 50,000 silver. Cool. Did they say they were going to ban or reset the Santa accounts? I hadn't heard anything like that. Well, mine hasn't been banned or reset yet, so I'll continue playing on it until it is. Pretty sure I clicked the button. There it goes. Hopefully, my concern is that when my PC starts to lag on the video side, I'm worried that you guys won't be able to hear what I'm saying. I'm worried that I'll have audio lag as well. A Santa account. Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, I stirred up some trouble. So this guy right here, basically, my community of people who play this game and I figured out collectively that we can cheese a referral code link to have it include extra copies of this guy and extra copies of this girl right here. And we have enough, we obtained enough extra copies of them, 6 or 8 extra copies in total, that we can cash them in for tokens here at the token trader and then get a copy of this Santa Claus guy right here. And he enables the capacity for people to become unkillable, which is really good against clan boss. So this ability places an unkillable buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. In this game, you can do what's called speed tuning, where you take the speed of all the champions in battle into consideration to affect their team order and when they're using abilities. And you can make it so he goes last in the team order between him going and the boss going. So he makes everyone unkillable and the boss attacks. And because it lasts for 2 turns and everybody else takes another turn and the boss attacks again and we're still unkillable. So the only thing I have to worry about is the 3rd attack before this comes off cooldown again. So if I could find a way to make my team unkillable for the 3rd attack, and I run Santa Claus on what's called a 4-to-3 turn ratio, he'll be taking 4 turns for every 3 turns the clan boss takes, and he will constantly always go last in the team order to put the unkillable buff up. It's kind of a nerdy sorcery to cheese the game, so to speak. Yeah, I ruined it for everyone. Oh, thank you, Callie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's people much smarter than me have done most of the heavy lifting. But I was the one who kind of advertised the exploit, and lots of people took advantage of it. And if you're talking about the article that they wrote on hellhades.com about the exploit, they said it was likely that Plarium could. I don't think unless they wrote a new article or updated the article. From what I read, it was there's a chance that they could, not necessarily, hey, Plarium is resetting this. Hey, what's up, 9? Welcome. If this account gets reset or banned or whatever, I will join in on the One Big Mystery, or I might download an emulator and play this Arcane Rumble game. Or I might do some classic World of Warcraft hardcore. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. Hey, what's up, THC? Somebody mentioned the cache earlier. I've been running this stage over and over, and it doesn't seem like I'm lagging because it's already been loaded into my cache. Maybe clearing my cache could help. That's some scandalous Sims you got there. Maybe. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is you know, the Godforge Alpha might come out early, and that'll keep me occupied too. Well, now it's starting to lag again. I jinxed it. Yeah, that's really, the lag is killing me right now. Dude, I couldn't even imagine trying to climb arena with a mystery shard only. Don't ask. Huh. Oh yeah, maybe Plarium is doing a DDoS attack or whatever, DDoSing me. Well, good luck, Billy. Wouldn't it be messed up if that's actually what was happening? If Plarium figured out my IP address and they were DDoSing me? Well, 9, if you are entertaining, you don't need a unique viewpoint. You can just be entertaining. Sometimes people just need to be entertained. Hey, what's up, ML? Volder Morticia, I like that. Yeah, Shield Guard is really good. Yeah, I had to like sound it out in my head to make sure. Voldemorticia. Yeah, I doubt that's what's happening because the only thing that's being affected right now is my PC. Our smart TV that's connected to the internet isn't messing up. The PlayStation that streams Netflix in the bedroom isn't messing up. My phone is running fine on the Wi-Fi. It's just my PC. Yeah, I think the thing that I struggle with when I watch my own videos is like, or when I go back and watch my old videos to kind of see, it's nice to get a retrospective of like, this is where I was and this is where I am now. See how much I've improved. Look for ways I could improve. Stuff like that. One thing I notice sometimes when I'm watching my videos is I'm not particularly entertaining. Well, I'm not to say I'm not entertaining. Obviously, I'm entertaining to at least 25 people, but when I compare I'll use Zox as an example because he's recently starting covering Godforge 2, and I only recently became aware of his channel. Him as a content creator, I'll say. I've known of his channel for a few months now, but when he talks, he is incredibly charismatic and really just I'm like locked in. I can't look away from the screen when I'm watching a Zox video. And even if he's saying something that's not particularly interesting, the way he says it, he just has that natural charisma. And I'm envious of that. I think that is something that I lack when I look at a side-by-side comparison. And I know it's not good to compare yourself to other people, but I'm just saying, like, objectively, I find him to be way more charismatic and way more entertaining in that way. I think my biggest strength is my video editing ability, but I'm not nearly as good as just talking and being entertaining. Rice. No, no rice. I don't think it got wet. I don't know if rice would work. Hey, what's up, Sakib? Welcome. Oh boy. That's true too. Yeah. Um, I think it just kind of comes naturally to some people though. I do okay. I feel like I do pretty good when I'm live streaming. You know, like I've never been one to be like super crazy high energy, but it's much easier for me to be entertaining when I feel like I'm talking to someone in particular or specifically, and I could look at chat and sort of feed off the energy of chat. It's a lot easier to keep going, and then opposed to when I'm making a video, there's no chat. I'm speaking into the camera. I also, another thing that I struggle with is, I don't know if this is part of my dyslexia, but or if it's just a coincidence and they're not connected at all, but it's happening right now. I'm struggling with words. I'm not good at recalling things. So what I mean by that is, when I was younger, I was quite the dancer. You know, I just was. I could dance very well, but I was never good at choreographed dancing. So an example of what I mean is, when I was in high school, I was the school mascot. Because I was the school mascot, I was on the cheerleading team. And I was encouraged to learn some of the cheers so I could do them in tandem with the cheerleaders. And for whatever reason, I just could not memorize the choreography. I struggled with the choreography. So anytime I'm trying to do something from memory, like think about something and then do that thing that I was thinking about, it's difficult for me. So like when I'm making a video, there's usually something very specific I'm trying to say, and I will often have to like stop and think really hard about what it is. Like how am I going to articulate this thought? So unless I'm literally reading off of a script, which again, that is also difficult for me because of my dyslexia, it's difficult to read out loud because I read with the creative side of my brain, and then the information that's being read gets translated to the language center of my brain to process. So when those things get while they're moving from one part of my brain to the other, sometimes the message gets jumbled. And it's even worse if I'm trying to read out loud, because I'm actively using the language center of my brain to speak, and because I read with the creative side, it messes up while I'm literally trying to use two halves of my brain at the same time when I read out loud. So it's very difficult for me to read out loud from a script. So I have my struggles. I've found ways to overcome them, but I do think it affects my ability to make videos. But that's why I've learned how to edit videos, so I can cut the stuff out when I make mistakes and stuff. But when I'm live streaming, it's a lot less of the trying to recall information and find out a way to portray it to you guys in a way that makes sense. It's more so just hanging out and talking. I don't know anything about the dyslexic font. I'll have to look into that. Oh, if you, I could see it being an issue if you're not a native English speaker, but I don't know anything about that though. Hey, what's up, Solar Nebula? Welcome. Yeah, it is also possible that I'm getting inside my head too much. Like when I was in high school and the teacher would call on me to read out loud, I would get inside my head about it. So I was already nervous because I knew I was going to do poorly. So I was freaking out. And then I start reading, and I could feel myself stumbling over words, so I'm getting embarrassed. So it's freaking me out even more, and it's just making it worse and compounding on it, and it's just this like an endless feedback loop. So I don't know. I'm sure there are things that I could do, but I didn't know that I had dyslexia until I was like 26 years old. So I never got the help that I needed in high school because it was never diagnosed. I was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, and because they found a problem, they assumed it was the only problem and stopped looking for other things that could be causing me to have troubles. And ADD and ADHD, oftentimes, it's very common for them to go hand in hand with dyslexia. So, yeah. I don't even want to click on that. It's going to take too long to load. 6 minutes till we get this potion right here. Yeah. I'm going to keep cranking out food. Your English is fine, Lishi. Yeah, English does suck. That's true. I have noticed, like when I go back and watch a video from like 6 months ago or 8 months ago or a year ago, or a live stream or whatever it was, when I go back and watch those things, I can, and then watch like one of my more recent things, I can tell that I am improving. Like, they say it takes 10,000 hours to master any craft. So I just need to get my 10,000 hours in, right? That's the idea. So the more you do it, the more practice you get, the more polished you become. You just got to polish yourself, if you know what I mean. But I guess when Zox was on the Fateless podcast, he said he'd been making content for like 15 years or something. So, I mean, he does have more practice than me. So it would make sense that he's more relaxed and he just has that natural energy, you know? Yeah, but don't polish yourself in public. Yeah, otherwise you won't be able to go within 100 yards of a school zone. Yeah, so I've mentioned it before, but I know not everybody who's watching now has watched every hour of every live stream I've ever done. So I'll go ahead and go over it again. When I was at work a few years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I was listening to a podcast by Adam Savage and his crew at Tested. It's their untitled podcast. And in one of the episodes of this podcast, they were talking about, this is where the first time I heard it takes 10,000 hours to master any craft. That was the first time I heard that. I know he didn't come up with that. It's like a known thing in like, if you if you're a maker, I guess, like if you're woodworking or blacksmithing or whatever it is that you're doing, it takes 10,000 hours to master your craft. So that was the first time I heard that saying, was listening to the podcast. But in that same podcast, he went on to say, how do I see this? This is, again, I have trouble recalling information. And then once I've recalled it, translating it into words from my mouth, I struggle with that sometimes. If you truly believe, like, trying to think of how to, yeah, see, here we go again. You will, dang. See, now that I know that there's people staring at me, I'm claiming up. Okay. If you believe that you have mastered your craft and there's nothing left for you to learn, you truly will have nothing left to learn. Because if you stop seeking knowledge and you stop seeking to improve, You will. And it will. So in your mind, you might have you might know everything there is for you to know, but in reality, that may not be true. So if you proceed through life thinking you know everything, you will stop learning and you will stop growing. If you instead have the mentality that and are open to the idea that you could have room to improve, you will always continue to improve. So be open to the idea that you may not know everything. And once you accept the fact that you do not know everything and you do still have room to improve, no matter how good you think you are, and you constantly apply yourself in such a way that will allow you to improve, you're constantly looking for ways to improve yourself, you will continue to grow and you will continue to get better no matter how good you already are. And what really, like, when I was playing basketball, playing sports as a kid, growing up, my dad would always say, like, at the time Michael Jordan was the basketball player, the GOAT, right? So he was like, Michael Jordan practices every day. In my head, I was thinking, no way does Michael Jordan actually practice every day. You're just saying that, blah, blah, blah. Like, but that's how you become the greatest. I guarantee you LeBron James practices every day. You know, like, stuff like that. Like, it's the only way to continue improving. And, like, I wasn't planning to talk about this, so my thoughts are a little scattered, but yeah, what really like sent the message home for me was when Adam Savage was talking about it. He said even today he's still learning. Like, he's been in the special effects industry for years. He did Mythbusters for like 10 or 12 years, something like that. That show ran. And he was always learning new things. And I thought to myself, if someone is knowledgeable and creative and experienced as Adam Savage is still learning new things, new techniques, new tools, new materials, if he is still learning, then who am I to think that I've mastered this? How could I possibly know everything there is to know? So it really put things into perspective. It changed the way I think about everything in my life. It changed the way I think about my job. It changed the way I think about being a parent. It changed the way I think about making content. So rather than assuming that I know everything, when I feel myself having that thought like, oh, what do they know? When I stop and go, wait a minute. Maybe they are the ones who know. Maybe I should take a second look. Take a step back, think about this more objectively, and see if maybe I'm the one who's wrong. And, like, adjust to the way I think about this. Yeah, Solar Nebula, it's not you, it's my computer. So yeah, I don't know. So, actually, let me... There we go. That looks better. Hey, what's up, B? That's a good one, Billy. Yeah, sorry, I was ignoring chat while I was talking about that because I didn't want to lose my train of thought. I had to pretend like you guys weren't there because it was it was scrambling my brains a little bit. The pressure of knowing there were people watching was getting to me, so I had to pretend like you guys weren't there so I can get my thoughts together. If you see... Yeah, I like that, Lishi. But yeah, it's good to check yourself every once in a while before you wreck yourself, you know, like... Nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. I don't know, it's just human nature. But, you know, sometimes you're wrong. And it's good to stop for a minute and take a step back and look at the situation objectively. Say, am I the one who's wrong here? Or not even if it's an issue of right or wrong, like, is there something that I could do to improve? And if you're thinking about life that way, you will always continue to improve. That makes me, Billy, that makes me think of uh the tortoise from Kung Fu Panda. It's very philosophical. Paladin. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's just kind of the way. I didn't always used to think that way, though. I used to think that I knew everything, I was right, I'd argue with people who I thought was wrong. And if I disagree with an opinion, I'll still say that's an interesting opinion, but my opinion differs. And then I open myself up, and I'm willing to have a discussion about it, because I don't care about being right. I care about the truth. I just want to get to the truth. To me, that's the most important thing, because once you uncover the truth, then you just got a little bit smarter. And if uncovering the truth means that I realize that the perspective I once had was the wrong perspective, then so be it. That just means I grew a little bit as a human being. Dude, I'm not holding the mouse. That's how bad my lag is right now. Yeah, turns out I'm never wrong. I thought I was once, but turns out I was mistaken. Okay, let's bring up Task Manager. I mean, I want you guys to see my porn running in the background. Let's see. CPU usage is at 40%. Wow. How's that 40%? Oh, I wasn't wrong. I thought I was, but I was mistaken. I'm never wrong. Okay, let me look at this. So, my Google Chrome is taking up 0.3%. It's going back and forth between 0.1 and 0.3. My OBS, which is the software I have to use to stream, is about 0.5 to 1%. Let's see. I can close this. I don't need that anymore. It says Raid Shadow Legends is using 3.3 to 4.4% of my CPU. Task Manager is using 1.5%. But, okay. But everything else that's open, it says 0%. So I have no idea how I'm at 36% CPU usage. I don't know if this... There's like a million things. Oh. 99% of my RAM is being used. Hold up, look at this. Memory, 99%. So I got all this crap. Creative Cloud, that's Adobe. I don't know. This is my what makes my RAM glow purple. This Fury control. I need to close all this crap out. I'm not using a VPN. There's apparently there's 74 background processes. Let me close these out. I'm gonna keep. I don't know what this AMD stuff is. I'm gonna keep it open. I don't want to crash my PC. Anti-malware. Okay, that sounds important. I'll keep that. I'm gonna close out all this Creative Cloud stuff though, because I don't even use it. I used to use it for back before I switched to what is this? What is that even? Before I started editing my videos with DaVinci Resolve, I used Adobe Rush. So I have a lot of I do have the Creative Cloud installed on my PC, and I think my wife uses it for some stuff. What is this? This anti-malware service executes using 63 megabytes. Like a million things running in the background. Microsoft Edge? I don't even use Microsoft Edge for anything. Microsoft Office. I don't know. I checked my after I started closing some of this stuff out, my CPU usage did go down. But my RAM is still at 99%. But there's a ton of stuff open. I don't even know what half this stuff is. Yeah, I don't know. I might end the stream early tonight and just try to fix my PC. I think whatever's going on in here with the task manager is probably the fact that it's 99% of my memory is being used is probably you know, it very well could be RAM related. Is there a Steam game? I don't know. I haven't opened Steam. I don't think so. The only game that I don't know. Let me see. I don't even think Steam is running on my PC right now. I don't know. I don't know how to check if it's running in the background. But I haven't opened Steam since I turned my computer on. I don't think I've been on Steam in like a couple weeks. No, I set Steam to not launch automatically in the background when I turn my computer on, because it really bothers me when it does that. Well, it's really bothering me. I'm almost out of energy anyway. It's a new-ish computer. I'm trying to think. In March, like right around the time income tax returns came in, I bought it, and then it took like a month to get here. So March, April, so it's April or June. So actually, I could look exactly when I got it. I did an unboxing live stream. I wouldn't recommend watching it though. I should probably take it down. It was not very entertaining. I thought it would be way more exciting, so which is why I did the stream. But then watching it back afterwards, I was like, oh, this is embarrassing. Let's see, live. Let's see. What day did I do the live stream? It was after these, I thought. Maybe I already took it down. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. 6 months ago. So I've had this PC for 6 months. Let me see if I could get the exact date. April 8th, 2004 is when I got the PC. So it's not even like that old. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's still... I closed out a bunch of stuff. Like, all this Creative Cloud stuff doesn't need to be running. It doesn't matter how much crap I exit out of. It still says that, like... I'm still at 99% CPU usage. I don't know what any, like, COM surrogate. I don't know what that is, but there's 2 instances of it open. It's application frame host. I don't know what that is. Anti-malware service executable. I don't know. I don't know. I need to Google half this crap to figure out. Well, let's see. Raid Shadow Legends is currently using 8.28 megabytes of my... I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. So... yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't... and apparently 32 gigabytes is like overkill for my needs, some people would say, but apparently not. I don't know. Real men don't wipe. Wow, 128's nuts. What happens if I click out the malware scan? Will I open myself up to malware? Because that is a lot of resources. What? It says there's 12 instances of Google Chrome. That doesn't seem right. Like, look at this. Look at this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. It's lagging. It's lagging so much I can't even count it. But all I really have open is the live stream and then Spotify. That's it. So why is there 12? I did do a I updated my drivers earlier today. I haven't reset my computer since I update though. I don't know. But yeah, it's 99% of my memory is being used right now. But I don't know what half this crap is. What is Google Updater? Like, why, like... Why are there 2 instances of Container 5 and NVIDIA Container 2? Like, this is the kind of stuff, like, I don't know enough about this crap to know what any of it means. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to just start closing stuff and then do something bad. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to just start like closing out things that, you know, I don't know. Someone suggest I was looking at I forget what it was. Oops. I think it was in here. Actually, I don't know. That might show some personal information. I should get it off the screen. I don't know if it shows like my IP address or anything. There was an option. I forget. It was like I could do a reset of Windows, and it would like basically uninstall everything except for like the stuff saved to my hard drive, like pictures and stuff. Well, my graphics card is a GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super. So I do have an NVIDIA graphics card, but I have a AMD CPU. I don't know if I've updated Windows recently or not. Usually when there's a Windows update, it'll be sitting there when I try to power down my computer, and I do shut my computer off whenever I'm done using it. Oh, sorry. Well, they're gonna have to, because, I mean, up until now, my computer's been running flawlessly. So if it's a lack of, what's it called? If it's a compatibility issue, you'd think it would have been a compatibility issue from the start. Yeah, see, I haven't had any issues until recently, so it's something going. It has something to do with my RAM, because I'm at 99% memory usage right now. Yeah, I have heard a lot, but I guess I could try closing out all the Chrome stuff, and if I accidentally close out the window of the live stream, I can just open it. It won't end the stream. It'll just make it so I can't see chat for a little bit until I open it back up. Was there a new Windows update? I don't know. Shoot. Put a baby in my computer. Yeah, maybe. But, like, you know, lots of people used it. Is anyone else who used the link having any troubles? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't update Windows right now. I'd have to restart my PC. It would end the stream. But I could try that. I'm gonna start closing out these Chrome stuff. Actually, I'm just gonna close out all the Chrome stuff. So chat is gonna disappear off the screen. I won't be able to see you guys until I open it back up. So give me just a second. Okay, I went that. I'm at 98% now rather than 99. So when I open, don't restore. Okay. I opened up Google Chrome. And there's 11 instances. Why is it launching so many instances of Chrome? End task. Maybe if I shut them down manually. One at a time. Like, I don't need. Okay, well that was not. Yeah, no, okay. Tell me about Google Docs crashing. Like, I wasn't using Google Docs. Why is it running in the background? If I hate, what infuriates me, is when I click exit on something, it doesn't just exit. It like programs take it upon themselves to run in the background. And it's like my biggest pet peeve. Like Plarium Play, when I close RAID and I exit out of Plarium Play, it's still running in the background. And I couldn't find a setting to turn it off to make it so it doesn't do that. BlueStacks would launch and run in the background if I never opened BlueStacks. Well, now that Google Chrome is closed, it looks like my PC is actually running great, because now I'm only at 98%. There's like 6 things going on with Plarium Play. End task. See what this does. If RAID crashes, then we'll know why. Maybe I should wait till the run's over so I don't waste my energy. I'm going to leave chat closed for a while. I can't see you guys. I apologize. I'm just... Because apparently if I open Google Chrome, it automatically sends 8 instances to run in the background. I'm closing out instances of Plarium Play and they're opening back up again. Watch. It's like whack-a-mole. End task. And now it's back. Like, what the hell? Why is it? What is all this? Hey, we're down to 97. It's beyond me. I don't know. I'm going to try to get my computer fixed. Sorry for the awkward ending. Sorry for the lag. I'm having some technical difficulties. We're down to 97% memory usage, so clearly I'm on the right track. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I will see you all in another video soon. But until next time, everyone, happy raiding.